In talking about populations and samples and descriptive statistics of populations and samples, we used some symbols, some letters to represent those descriptive statistics. So for example, we used the Greek letter mu to describe the mean of a population, and we used x bar to describe the mean of a sample. And so both mu and x bar are examples of what we call a variable. So a variable is a letter that can take on a quantity of values. The quantity can and will vary. Letters used to denote a variable are commonly upper and lowercase letters of the Latin or Greek alphabet. So when we talk about a Latin alphabet, this is the traditional alphabet that we've learned in English. So we've got A, B, C, D, all the way up through X, Y, and Z at the end. But less familiar, of course, is the Greek alphabet. And Greek alphabet letters are commonly used in any STEM field. So before, we used the Greek letter mu to symbolize the mean of a population. Later, we'll use alpha to note the significance level. And there are some others in here. But I've included the actual entire Greek alphabet, both lowercase and uppercase, here on this page. You can look at that. So in terms of defining variables, so for example, each beetle property measured is referenced as a random variable. So we used capital letter W to represent the weight of a beetle in grams. We used capital G to represent gender of a beetle, and capital letter A to represent the age of a beetle in months. Some Greek letters that are used in statistics. So in talking about population descriptive statistics, I talked about these ones. And just a moment ago, I talked about alpha being used to represent significance level. And later, towards the end of the semester, we'll talk about chi-squared. So chi is a Greek alphabet symbol. We can also use subscripts in variables in order to differentiate them. So if we were trying to learn or compare two populations, so population 1 versus population 2, and we wanted to compare their means, we would differentiate the population mean of population 1 and population 2 with a subscript, a 1 or a 2, kind of down and to the right of the variable itself. And subscripts can become a little more descriptive. You generally want to try and keep them short. So if we were looking at the weight of a beetle, so we'd use lowercase w for a specific beetle. But as a subscript, if we wanted to label this weight as the weight of a male beetle on the east side of the accident, then we could use maybe W with a subscript M-E to stand for male and east. And we could then use W with a subscript F-E to mean the weight of a female beetle on the east side. So using variables is a really powerful way to kind of work with these ideas in a mathematical sense, and we can label them however way we need to.